Ladies and gentlemen, today's keynote will begin in just a few minutes, but first we invite you to enjoy a pre-show experience brought to you by Intel Curie Technology and featuring world champion Wushu practitioner, Master Li Tianyuan. Please allow me to direct your attention to the wearable band Sound Master Disc Wrist and Ankle. By combining this Intel Curie-enabled technology with the ancient art of Wushu, we are pleased to present a performance that brings the physical and digital worlds together.
By the year 2020, this little blue planet will be home to more than 50 billion connected devices. And while it's impossible to predict all the ways our everyday lives will be impacted, there is one thing we know for sure. The speed of life will not be slowing down. amazing new experiences that will be made possible as the promise of a truly smart and connected world is fully realized. Through the rapidly expanding variety of personal computing devices, the Internet of Things, and the powerful intelligence of the cloud. This is the future of computing, and it's approaching at the speed of life.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Namin Shinoy, Corporate Vice President and General Manager, Client Computing Group of Intel Corporation.
Good afternoon. Thank you. It is great to be back in Taiwan again. And thank you to Sifu Li. That was an amazing example of the intersection of art and technology. In this case, martial arts. As you saw in that video, we are headed to a world of 50 billion connected devices by 2020. It's exciting to think about what this really means. There will be new devices and services that we have not yet imagined. And many companies in this period of time will adapt or fail. I believe we're at the beginning of a new cycle of growth, a virtuous cycle between devices and the data center. Personal devices will create more and more data, which will beget more data center infrastructure and services, which will beget more devices. And that cycle will continue. Supply of one driving demand of the other. The question we ask ourselves at Intel is how can we accelerate this virtuous cycle? Well, one fundamental way is by making devices smarter and more connected. And this afternoon, I'm excited to share with you some of the investments that Intel is making to drive smarter and more connected devices, so we can all capture the opportunities ahead. And then my colleague Diane Bryant will come up and discuss the data center side of that cycle. We have a rocking show for you guys, and I don't mean an earthquake. So expect a really, really exciting next 70 minutes. Now, the partnership with the companies in Taiwan is crucial to this virtuous cycle. We have a long 30-year collaboration with the technology industry here in Taiwan. In 1982, Multitech Corporation unveiled Taiwan's first 8-bit home computer featuring Intel inside. Through the 1990s, we extended that collaboration, fueling the PC category together. In the early 2000s, Taiwan drove the rise of the notebook, at one point shipping over 90% of the mobile PCs around the world. And just as Intel has expanded from traditional PCs to the cloud and the data center and to IoT, so has the industry here in Taiwan. Collectively, we have a tremendous opportunity to build on the capabilities that we have built over 30 years and to fuel this cycle for another 30. If we look at smart and connected devices, there are 3 key areas of focus at Intel. The rapid expansion of the Internet of Things, the explosion of PC innovation, and finally, the technology and infrastructure required to connect all of these devices in the future. Of course, the upcoming transition to 5G. Let's take a look first at the rapidly expanding world of the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things will completely transform the way we all live and work by using technology to address some of the world's most pressing problems. IoT in its simplest form is about gathering data, analyzing that data, and then using it to solve real problems. From helping farmers analyze data to build more efficiency in their crop yields, to transforming healthcare with continuous sensing of various vital signs like blood pressure and glucose readings, to improving manufacturing, something Taiwan is very good at, by collecting critical data and lowering, for example, energy usage. I believe we're just at the beginning of this tremendous transformation. And nowhere is that more apparent than here in the home. The home today has a number of devices that need connectivity. Thermostats are connecting to the internet, televisions, home appliances, and of course PCs and tablets and phones. Today, the average household has 10 connected devices, but this will absolutely explode by the year 2020 with 50 connected devices in the average household around the world. And it's not just the number of devices that will be connected. The bandwidth delivered per device will absolutely grow exponentially as we move from full HD to 4K to 8K. And this is where the home gateway comes in. Simply put, the home gateway is an emerging device in the home. It's the hub that brings the broadband into the home and then drives Wi-Fi connections throughout the home. Gateways can integrate capabilities like storage to store photos and videos. And as a result of this, we believe over 1 billion home gateways will be sold in the next 3 years. Now, Intel is already the #1 gateway provider for cable gateways and the #2 provider for DSL gateways. So we have a proven track record here of delivering high-performance, secure connectivity for home gateways. And we're thrilled today and excited to be introducing a new gateway processor and Wi-Fi solution for the home. The Intel AnyWAN GRX 750 is our fastest SoC for home gateways. Based on the Atom architecture, it will offer intelligent management of internet traffic, prioritizing the bandwidth to the device that needs it most. The GRX 750 is very unique because it provides telcos and service providers with one solution that supports fiber and DSL and cable and wireless 4G in one SoC. We're also introducing today the X-Way Wave 500 Wi-Fi chipset. This is a new MU-MIMO Wi-Fi solution to deliver performance and scalability that home gateways will need. We're bringing these building blocks together in a reference system that you can see here on stage. This will enable OEMs and ODMs to quickly bring solutions to the market with innovative and inspiring designs. Now, this is the first time that we at Intel have offered an SoC and Wi-Fi together for home gateways for retail gateways. Gateways that any consumer can buy in a retail store. So we're super excited about this, and we're very excited to tell you about the partners that will be bringing out home gateway solutions based on those SoCs. Aris, Asus, AVM, and Netgear, just to name a few. Now, beyond the home, solving problems with IoT will require very close collaboration with experts in many vertical markets. For IoT to truly grow, we need to build solutions on top of industry standards. We need to build in security so all these connections will be trustworthy. And for Intel, we will leverage many of the same building blocks that we have in the PC ecosystem, from our SoCs to our connectivity solutions. So from transportation to manufacturing to retail point of sale to surveillance to healthcare, IoT will enable solutions that improve the world around us. What I'd like to do now is check out a specific example that's being developed right here in Taipei. This is a solution powered by a local ODM partner of ours, Samjet, partnering with Changhua Telecom. And to show us more on this, I'd like to invite Mark here on stage.
Hey, Naveen.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, what I want to show you here is this is the heart of our 3G telematics system that we're talking about here today.
Wow.
Now, that thing has an Atom X3 quad-core processor. It's got 3G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS all integrated. All you do is take that and plug that in underneath the dash, and now you've got a smart and connected vehicle.
Wow, okay.
Now, Changhua Telecom and Sanjit, like you said, have partnered to deliver a usage-based insurance pilot right here in Taipei. And so basically, they're using this device to capture data, upload it to the cloud via their 3G network. So let's take a look and see what that looks like.
Cool, let's do it.
So here's our cloud interface, and basically we can see all the data that's coming in from all the cars that are out there, and we can see as soon as a trip is done with, it actually gets uploaded, and we can see right on our screen, we can see how long the trip took, what was the distance, as well as the actual route in the city, and then things like if they were speeding or any other sort of driver behavior.
Speed, I'm not sure I want one of these.
But what's actually very cool about this is it also has a Wi-Fi hotspot integrated into it. So we can actually do things like connect to other devices inside the vehicle. So for example, this dash cam that's actually able to provide video, we can actually stream right from this. And in fact, what we have here is on my tablet, I'm actually connected to a car that's driving around Taipei. It's on the freeway right now.
Wow, that's a live demo, right?
That's live video coming from the dash cam over Wi-Fi to our device, and then over 3G, and then back to us here.
Wow, that's amazing, Mark. Thank you very much for showing us that.
You're quite welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you. So you can imagine many similar solutions like that, or imagine a fleet management company that has many, many cars. They'd be able to log the information, diagnose, for example, the engine status of an individual car, offer predictive maintenance to help the fleet manage more efficiently and profitably. And due to the atom performance in that device we showed you, the analytics can be done right on the edge to deliver immediate use for the driver themselves. Now, that was a great example of IoT on the road. Let's now move to the air. It's projected that by the year 2020, there will be nearly 7 million drones in the sky. And the majority of the drones, as we all know today, are consumer-based. Drones that do primarily things like aerial photography. But we see a large opportunities for drones to be used commercially as well. Commercial drones like the Ascending Technologies drone from Intel can provide industrial benefits such as surveying a construction site, inspecting power lines. And as these usages mature, drones will be pushing more and more data to the cloud. Imagine a mapping drone, a drone that's flying over a geography, mapping in real time. These drones are pushing 20 gigabytes of data every minute to the cloud. No human being on Earth can generate 20 gigabytes of data per minute. So this is an amazing opportunity, we think, for the Internet of Things evolution. Now we're focused on making drones smarter and adding new capabilities to drones like senses. We've integrated, for example, the RealSense depth camera into a number of drones, and I have an example of that here. This is the unique Typhoon H drone, and you can see this is like any other drone, except for the fact that right here in the front, we've integrated the RealSense camera. By integrating the RealSense camera, this drone cannot just follow a user. You've all seen these follow me drones where a drone will follow you. But this, because of the RealSense camera, also has the capability to self-navigate, to navigate around obstacles like a tree, for example, that is in its path. So we're very excited about that. Now, to really scale these type of solutions, we need to develop a platform, a standard that the ecosystem can develop on top of. And we have announced at IDF a few months ago a platform to do just that. This is the Intel Aero platform for drones. Developers and enthusiasts can use this board to integrate features like LTE, SSDs, and even RealSense into drones. So we're very excited about the opportunities for developers in the air as well as on the road. So I've shown you a variety of IoT solutions from the home to the car and to the sky. One of the interesting things and realities about the Internet of Things is that it takes advantage of the same technologies that we have in the PC. And in fact, the PC is at the heart of Intel's smart and connected strategy. It's enabled an amazing experience for all of us who have used PCs. There are 1.9 billion PCs in use today around the world. And in this multi-device world that we live, the PC is among the top choices on people's technology wish list. The PC, as we know, is the ultimate Darwinian device. It adapts, it evolves, it constantly pushes forward on innovation. I want to show you a couple examples of the latest PCs in the market now. This is an example from our friends at HP. This is the HP Spectre 13. This is an incredibly thin notebook. This is a 10.4 millimeter notebook with a full 15-watt Core i5 microprocessor in it. Exciting, excellent design from HP. This is a mini PC from Lenovo, the Idea Center. It's a Core i7 built in, and you can see this, this projector on this mini PC, so you could project on a wall with a 4K movie, for example. It's also detachable, so you could remove that projector if you wanted to. And this is our Skull Canyon Nook. This is another mini PC with integrated Iris Pro graphics, as well as Thunderbolt 3. So absolutely great examples of the latest innovations coming in the PC. You can count on Intel to be absolutely resolute and unwavering in our support for the PC innovation. Every year we will be bringing out new innovations that you all as developers can take advantage of. The 2-in-1 is a great example of where we are providing this innovation. According to IDC, the 2-in-1 is the second fastest growing category in all of mobile, second only to the tablet. Last year growing at 40%. And people we're finding are refreshing their devices earlier when they buy 2-in-1s, 8 to 12 months earlier than a traditional PC. You have to ask yourself why. Why are people doing this? We believe that the 2-in-1 offers a very unique value prop. The style and versatility that people are looking for in mobile devices, combined with the productivity that people want in the PC. And as a result of that, we've seen a broad portfolio of 2-in-1s come to the market. There's an example here of many, many 2-in-1s that we've brought into the market. We're excited about a variety of screen sizes and price points. And I want to point out a couple of specific examples. What you see here is the Acer Switch 12 Alpha. This is the first fanless 2-in-1 with a Core i5 15-watt 6th generation core microprocessor. The next example was announced here today at Computex, the Dell Inspiron 11 3000. Affordable, brightly colored, as you can see, a blue 2-in-1 device there. And then, of course, we've seen new entrants come into the PC in the last few months. This is the Huawei MateBook, 6.9 millimeter, super stylish, a stylus, a fingerprint sensor. Very, very exciting. Congratulations to those companies. Of course, we're also partnering with one of the pioneers for computing innovation here in Taiwan, and that's ASUS. To hear more about what we're doing with ASUS, please join me in welcoming my good friend, Johnny Shi. Hi, Johnny. Thanks for coming today.
Always my pleasure.
So, Johnny, we have a long history of innovating and partnering with ASUS.
There's no doubt. I think we have almost 2 decades of partnership. Even today, we share the same passion for innovation. We share the same spirit of in search of incredible.
I agree. I remember when we launched together the first Ultrabook on stage here at Computex. We launched one of the first 2-in-1s here at Computex. If you go way back, we launched desktop motherboards together in the 80s. So it's exciting to see the partnership with ASUS. And of course, it continues.
So
yesterday you announced some great new 2-in-1s.
Yes.
You want to show us some of these?
Of course. Yesterday we announced 2 models of 2-in-1. As you, the ASUS TransformerBook 3 Pro and the ASUS TransformerBook 3. As you witnessed firsthand yesterday that I wear multiple hats. So, the world's most versatile PC, the ASUS TransformerBook 3 Pro, best fits me. Okay? Designed for those who refuse to compromise on performance while on the go. It's only, the main body is only 8.35 millimeter, crafted with a luminous metallic finish and subtle diamond cut edges. The most amazing thing is within such a crazy thin form factor, we managed to bring on board your latest Intel Core i7 and up to 1 terabyte of PCIe by 4 SSD.
Wow.
And Thunderbolt 3.
Wow, that's great. I think I might need to take that from you. So thank you for the partnership, and thank you for bringing out such amazing, beautiful products. And congratulations on the launch.
But remember how, versatility is really important.
Yeah.
To keep up with my lifestyle. I mean seriously. In between being, a chip commander of ROG, running ASUS, and I still have to find time being Zembo's dad and teaching him new skills and languages.
Yeah, I know. And you know, before I let you go, Johnny, I was honored to join you yesterday at your event. You, of course, introduced these beautiful 2-in-1s, but it wasn't just you that I met with and talked to yesterday. We met a new friend yesterday.
Yes.
Let's take a look.
Sure. Our ambition is to enable robotic computing for every household.
Hi, everyone, I'm Zenbo. Are you all here to see me? The crowd is making me a bit nervous.
Don't be nervous. Now keep going. Take a photo.
Smile.
Isn't Zenbo just so cute?
Meet my friend, Navin.
Hi, Navin.
Hi, Zenbo. So, isn't that great? It's very exciting to see ASUS push into new areas of computing with robotics.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit more about Zenbo?
Sure. Zenbo, my boy, right? Our ambition is really to enable robotic computing for every household. Okay, so it's designed, to be a sweet little companion and emergency, respondent, and also, the entertainment provider for the elderly, and a storyteller, entertainer, and tutor for kids, and definitely the best house helper for the providers, serving as a voice-controlled, smart home manager, home security guard, and hands-free kitchen assistant, and family photographer. So he just perfect my life, my family life. What can I say?
Well, Johnny, Zenbo is amazing. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And
So,
thank you so much.
I'm sorry that I haven't finished my
Oh, sure. What else do you have to show us? Yeah.
what I mean is, I talked about the versatility. So, the most amazing thing for our 2-in-1 is actually both of them can connect to all 4 of our versatility extensions, including Super Stylus, including the universal expansion dock, including a surround sound, a full surround sound, a Bluetooth speaker, and the best, external VGA with the top end desktop class.
What this one is here.
Yes, yeah, the X, so this one I think XG2. I think that's even VR capable.
Excellent.
Yes, isn't it incredible?
It is incredible. Isn't it incredible? It is incredible. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's great. I love the spirit of innovation at ASUS. They're constantly pushing forward. So I'm excited to see what's next from ASUS. Now, another area of innovation that I want to spend some time talking about is the innovation and growth in the PC gaming area. There's over 1.3 billion gamers worldwide. And as we all know, gamers crave the PC because it's on the leading edge of performance, cutting edge I/O, and many of our partners are truly innovating in this area. The next step, of course, in gaming is to make gaming PCs truly immersive by adding virtual reality. And I want to spend some time this afternoon, showing you the latest and greatest hardware from our OEMs. And so, to help me do that, Craig has some stuff for us here.
Yeah.
Craig, what do you have over here?
Well, we have this brand new and the newest immersive experiences coming from VR, which is still in its infancy, and we're still seeing amazing new hardware coming out for it even already. So we're going to show off an experience today with the Vive, and well, because you're nice enough to volunteer for us on stage and show off this experience for the entire Computex audience here, I figure I'm going to make you wear this, and we'll go ahead and put you into the world. But first, let's talk about, so this HTC headset, Vive, we're going to go ahead and plug into some of our machines. But we're already seeing these amazing new form factors like this Acer Predator G1, which allows us to package the very first, the smallest desktop that you can buy that is fully VR ready. So complete Core i7, all the bells and whistles, and actually we're actually seeing the industry adopt around VR as far as new innovative form factors. This one is the HP Omen X, which is the very first backpack style that we're just seeing come out now. Completely designed for VR experience to be untethered and on the go. At the same time, i7 unlocked case SKU, so if you want the maximum amount of performance, you can get something like this. So why don't we go ahead and get you started?
Ready to go.
I'm going to throw you into the world. Now these kind of make you look silly a little bit, but I'm telling you they're the ultimate in geek chic. Everyone's going to be wearing these in a couple of months. But as we go ahead and put Naveen into the VR world here, what we're showing on stage from, which is a demo called Raw Data, allows us to do a very first multiplayer experience on stage. So technically, up to this point, VR has been kind of a solo on the couch type experience. But as you can see, we have our demo guy Adam in the back, and he's actually, do a quick turn for us, he's running a backpack, a Core i7 unlocked case SKU as well from MSI. So multiple backpacks that were allowed here, and you know what? Yeah, I was going to say, you guys look like you're ready to go in here. So with Raw Data, I'm going to go ahead and have you guys start off. Let's shoot some robots. Go ahead, gentlemen. Show me how we're going to do it.
Ready?
And because I have a virtual camera here, I can go ahead and actually control the camera view while our drones come in here to attack our heroes. So have at them, gentlemen.
I'm trying. Oh, not that one.
Not bad, Rick.
Oh, here come the robots, Naveen.
Where are they? I don't see them. Oh, there they are. Nope. Oh, there they are. This is
I'll
pretty
take the
fun.
drones up top.
So for the first time ever, two people sharing the same VR world, and while Adam's just backstage, this illustrates the point of all of our multiplayer games today is that, well, you could be anywhere in the world playing your friends and sharing this experience. So
Wait,
yeah,
I want to
No, you gotta come on out. You got a keynote to deliver, man. But as you can see, brand new VR, great new stuff.
That was amazing. Thank you, Craig. So, as you can see, VR is rapidly evolving. I think there's still a lot of room to grow in VR. It's really like it's almost 1981 in VR years, right? It's just the beginning. Now, there's a huge amount of computing involved in doing VR properly. Many gamers not only want to play in VR, but they also want to be able to stream in VR, capture their game, broadcast the game on Twitch. To do all of that on one machine requires a brand new level of performance. And we are super excited to bring that to you today with the introduction of our latest Intel Core i7 Extreme Edition processors. This is one that I'm holding here in my hands. And to tell you more about this, we're really excited about this. To tell you more about this, let me invite up now Gregory Bryant, our GM for Connected Home and Commercial Clients. GB? Whoa, GB, there you are. Yeah. That was quite the entrance.
Well, hey, I am to please Naveen.
What do you got to tell us here about the new product today?
Well, like you said, we need to deliver increasing levels of performance to support emerging new usage models and today's enthusiasts for things like gaming and AR and the VR demo you just showed, as well as live holograms like me, and I'm live here today via hologram talking to you.
You're a live hologram right now.
That's right, first time. I'm a live hologram on stage talking to you to launch the product. So here at Computex in Taipei, we're going to launch our new Core i7 Extreme Edition processor. And let me just say, this thing is a monster. It's got up to 10 cores of performance for that kind of extreme multitasking to support applications that people want to run. In addition, it's got a new feature called Intel Turbo Boost Max 3.0, which identifies the best performing core and gives you a huge boost of performance when you need it. And then obviously it's overclockable, so it can give you even more headroom when you need it. In fact, Naveen, in Computex here just today, we set 4 performance world records.
Wow.
So we're proud of that. Now behind us here on the stage, you can see these the boards and the systems on the wall. We're just pleased at the kind of reception that we've got for this part here in Taipei. We've got boards from Asus and MSI and Gigabyte, ASRock, EVGA. You see the systems there here from Alienware and also from Asus. So everybody's getting ready to go to launch this part and get it into market now, starting today.
That's great.
Now, in the past, we've talked a lot about the Extreme Edition for gaming, and it's a killer system for gaming. But today, I wanted to talk also about content creation, because this kind of platform allows content creators to do kind of the mega tasking that they want to do.
Now, when you say content creation, you mean like Photoshop or editing a home video, but I can do that already today with my existing processor.
No, I mean, that's yesterday. That's like totally yesterday. I'm talking about content creation where you take multiple high-definition video streams, like 4K video, you stitch that together, you put in the soundtrack, the visual effects, and you can do that all in real time. So this platform is really going to let us, move the ball forward for content creation. And there's artists and creators like Peter Martin, who's been an Academy Award nominated producer, who's been doing some great work with this product.
You mentioned Peter Martin. What kind of work does Peter do?
Well, he does some great work. Why don't I just show you? We've got a video, so take a look.
Whoa, so lots of exciting visual things going on there. Let's ask Peter Martin to come out here to tell us more about it. Peter. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm very good.
So there was some great stuff in that video. Can you tell us more, the audience more about the kind of things you're working on?
Yeah, so I love using new technology, but really being first to use it. So what we just saw, one of the projects up there was the world's first bi-coastal holographic duet. So
bi-coastal holographic duet.
Yeah, so we had one artist, MIA in New York, and another artist, Janelle Monáe in Los Angeles, and we teleported them for the climax of the show, and they played in 2 cities at the same time, together.
Wow, that's amazing. So there was some VR stuff in there as well that I noticed. So I think you're working on some new things. Can you tell us a little bit about your latest project?
So I'm obsessed with VR right now. I think it's the best way of telling an immersive story. And we've got one to show you right now. It's the visual effects breakdown of a music video I did for a band called Run the Jewels. It's a song called Crown. It was released on the New York Times app. So this is one of the shots. So this is 4K image. Now, the tricky part comes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 24K image in one screen. And we have to stitch that together, do color correction, remove all the plates. And now we're operating with massive computing power requirements. I've literally melted 3 edit suites in the last 3 months trying to edit.
You like that? You can buy some new PCs.
So there you go. So now we're doing the color correction, the grading, and then the really tricky part, we're adding a game engine component. So in order to do the effects,
you see on the top there, right?
Yeah, we're seeing it as a rectangle. It's actually a sphere. So you're actually using very similar techniques to gaming to create a virtual world. And then the final piece is, this is what it looks like inside the headset. So we can move around and you can...
so you wear the headset at night, you can experience the music, video, and virtual reality.
And you're right in the middle of the action. Yeah.
Wow, that's super cool. That's amazing. We're launching the Core i7 Extreme Edition. What do you think you can do with technology like that?
So my dream is to build the world's first photoreal virtual character, and they can tour the world in one night holographically. They could live in AR, VR, be everywhere. That hasn't been done. I need your help.
Okay, great. I think we can help you out with that.
Great.
I think we can help you out. So that's really amazing. That's really great.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Well, GB,
I'm ready to launch the
what are you
Extreme
doing?
Edition. I brought the
What are
way
you
for
doing?
everything.
GB already announced it.
What?
GB,
Who's this guy?
you're already here.
Oh, man.
You already launched.
You replaced me with a hologram?
GB, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And GB, thank you as well. And Peter, thank you so much.
Guys. Thanks.
We appreciate it very much. Bye-bye. Bye, GB. Bye. So, We're super excited about thinking about what's possible as content creators get their hands on new technology. That, by the way, was one of the first ever live demonstrations of a live hologram. The amount of computing power to do a live hologram and then render that in real time is absolutely mind-blowing. And oftentimes you might be thinking, wow, that's kind of a very extreme usage. What we find is that things that start out on the fringe as extreme usages over time become more mainstream. Just a few years ago, drones and VR itself, 360-degree video, was very fringe, very extreme. We're excited to see what users like Peter can do with our most extreme processors. Now, we got to do more. We must do more than just processor technology. We have to improve in areas like memory and I/O as well. For example, this video behind me is a simulation of millions of particles to deliver a lifelike fluid dynamic video shot. This is 168 frames, 1.1 billion particles to render this swirl of water. This is a 7-second clip, and it takes 30 hours to render just that one 7-second clip. So in this era of big data applications, we need to eliminate the traditional memory and storage bottleneck. And the good news is we're doing just that. Last year, Intel introduced a revolutionary new memory technology called Optane technology. It is the biggest advancement in memory in over a decade. It's a completely new class of memory that's 10 times denser than DRAM and much, much faster with more endurance than NAND. Any application like enhanced gaming like you saw earlier, or large in-memory database sets like that video clip I showed you, can benefit from this technology. So let me show that to you in real time. I have two systems here. I have one system that has the world's fastest PCIe NAND SSD. That's this system here. And I have this one that has an Optane SSD inside of it. And what I'm going to do is have each of these systems render that clip that I just showed you. Now, because of the length of time it would take to show you this, I recorded this in our lab, and I'm showing you a time-lapse replay here. And as you can see, the Optane system has already completed the task, and the SSD system is still going. Just for that 7-second clip, it took 35 hours for the SSD system to render that clip, and only 9 hours for the Optane system. So we believe that as technologies like Optane come to market, creators like Peter will be able to develop even more detail and realism in the art and the technology they produce. And we are super excited that Intel will begin production of the first Optane SSDs later this year. We think users are just absolutely going to love it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we're never done pushing innovation forward. You have Intel's full commitment to continue pushing forward with the latest and greatest. And I'm super excited today to tell you that 2 new products will be coming from Intel later this year. Apollo Lake for the value and entry PC, 2-in-1 and tablet, will launch later this year. And 7th generation Core, formerly codenamed Kaby Lake, will be coming later this year. We have over 400 designs coming to market on 7th gen Core, and you can expect lots of innovations from our OEM partners bringing this product to market. 7th gen systems will feature technology like Thunderbolt 3, IR cameras for Windows Hello, and most importantly, new features to handle the latest generation 4K content. I'm happy to report to you that 7th gen Core is on track. This is a system from our partners at Compel. It's a 2-in-1 system that is running 7th generation Core, ready to launch at the end of this year. We are in production for both Apollo Lake and 7th generation Core later this quarter. Now, we've covered a lot of ground here today, from the introduction of the GRX 750 for home gateways, to the in-vehicle telematics solution I showed you, to drones, to the PC with the launch of the Core i7 Extreme Edition. And then finally, the upcoming products, Apollo Lake and 7th gen Core. All of these innovations will be necessary as we head to the vision of 50 billion connected devices. But it's not sufficient. We have to do more. To really reach 50 billion connected devices, we have to re-architect the network itself as the world moves from 4G to 5G. This will be a profound transition, And Intel intends to be a leader as we move from 4G to 5G. We'll make tremendous investments in unlicensed technologies like narrowband IoT, to Wi-Fi, to the millimeter wave technologies at 28 gigahertz and above. We also need to transform, of course, the network itself and the data center. And to tell you more about what we're doing there, I'd like to introduce to you our Executive Vice President and GM of Intel's Data Center Group, Diane Bryant.
So good afternoon, and thanks Naveen. As you all heard Naveen say, 5G will support new usages, it'll enable new services like real-time mission-critical support for driverless cars or remote medical services. There'll be new consumer services like immersive augmented reality and virtual reality, as you saw just moments ago, and new government-led services like smart cities or emergency response management. And we are partnering with the communication service providers and the telco equipment manufacturers around the world to bring these new services to life. Today's network is marginally effective and certainly not capable of supporting the 50 billion connected devices that's to come and all of the demands of those new services that come with them. An example of a current constraint in the existing network is you think back to when Facebook turned on autoplay videos. And at that moment, they had many network operators calling to complain because they simply couldn't support the massive surge in network capacity demand, and supporting it didn't drive any direct value back to the carriers. It just simply drove cost. Facebook obviously responded by adding an option to disable autoplay, but this isn't an anomalous situation. This is just one of the many situations where the infrastructure is limiting the experience. And so it's clear, the network must transform to meet the needs worldwide. Network connectivity is critical, and it's not just critical, but it's actually valuable. In fact, for every 10% increase in broadband penetration in the developing world, GDP increases almost 2%. So to meet the needs, the network must be virtualized, it must be software-defined, it must be cloud-enabled. And that's why you see big investments in network function virtualization and software-defined networking being made today to pave the way for broad 5G deployments. The network transformation starts with the move off of proprietary fixed-function hardware systems onto virtualized systems running the network functions as software solutions on standard Intel-based servers. Once virtualized and software-defined, the network operators can achieve the same efficiencies and economies of scale that the data center operators have been achieving, getting both lower capital expenses and lower operational expenses. And in addition, the communication service providers then have the ability to drive new services supporting new business models consistent with the on-demand attributes of cloud computing. Taiwan has obviously been an important IT design center for a very long time. In fact, the world's largest design and manufacturing company is headquartered here in Taiwan, of course, Foxconn. And I'm very happy to have with me today Mr. Liu. He's a member of the board of directors of Foxconn as well as the corporate executive vice president. And he is the CEO of Foxconn's Cloud and Network Subgroup. The Cloud and Network Subgroup is the leading ODM for the network and communication OEMs worldwide. So please join me in inviting Mr. Liu on stage to share his thoughts on 5G. Thank you so much. It's great to have a strong partner like Foxconn here on stage with Intel today to talk about 5G.
Thank you, Dan. It's my pleasure to be here. Intel and Foxconn has been collaborating for more than 20 years and also witnessed together in the PC industry, cloud, and also data centers. In the past, I think months, actually, we are communicating a couple times and share what's the vision of the network. So our vision, pretty much, I think, same as yours. Okay. Then I believe Intel and Foxconn can collaborate again and also witness another success, great success.
Another great success. And I'm very pleased to announce today that Intel and Foxconn have defined a new memorandum of agreement between our two companies for us to jointly accelerate the network and the transformation in support of 5G. And it's possible, given our very strong partnership, as you said, over many, many years. We're very excited about this because, number one, Foxconn is clearly a very large hardware solutions provider to the telco equipment manufacturers, but also because Foxconn is a communications service provider right here in this region. So this means that we can collectively invent, deploy, and test new network function virtualization solutions with rapid speed and joint collaboration and help move the industry forward more quickly to 5G.
Yes, Dan. And thank you that we just signed the agreement, MOU, to team up together. I think the audience here always know that Foxconn play a very key role to providing design service and also the manufacturing service to our customers all over the world. Foxconn will partner with Intel to drive the network transformation and also position ourselves as an innovative infrastructure provider from edge device to the wireless access, including the core network and also the data center products. Together, we are going to build end-to-end, that means from the edge to the data center, end-to-end ingredient that will make the 5G a reality.
That's right. And as an industry, we collectively are driving open standards for 5G because, as we've both seen, you can accelerate the adoption of new technology through standards. And it's great to have Foxconn support in driving this accelerated approach and in creating the standards for the industry.
Thank you. Intel is, I think, historically leading technology company that providing the platform solution and also drive a standard and contribute to this open source community. Foxconn leverage Intel's platform, enhance Foxconn's technical capability. Foxconn plan to provide that join together with Intel with Foxconn's we call the core vertical domain knowledge about the network. Then we try to provide from the edge device to the data center device. Okay, that's pretty much. We try to offer the full end-to-end. Look forward to leverage Intel's track record about to delivering the innovative product into the market. I believe we are together can drive the network transformation for the next 20 years.
And it's certainly our pleasure to partner with you in this journey. Thank you very much, Mr. Liu. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So then once the network is optimized, so you have massive capacity, very low latency, very high peak data rates, all new usages will emerge like the immersive experiences enabled by the visual cloud. The visual cloud encompasses video and graphics intensive workloads that change the way people interact. The first wave of the visual cloud, which we call Visual Cloud 1.0, was characterized by usages that now seem a bit mundane and we simply take for granted. These are things like video conferencing and webcasting, or video on demand from folks like Netflix, which, if you can imagine, started just 9 years ago. User-generated video with services like YouTube is another example, or massively multiplayer online games like World of Warcraft. This is Visual Cloud 1.0. The second phase of the Visual Cloud, 2.0, is characterized by things like augmented reality and virtual reality, 3D scene understanding, and these immersive live experiences. The compute, storage, and network complexity to deliver these experiences is immense. And the complexity just grows exponentially with the explosion of the number of devices and the different types of connected devices that must be served. So the video stream has to be available in all the different resolutions to match the capability of the device, whether it's 720p or 1080p or 2K, 4K, even 8K. You have many video streams to manage. Today, it's estimated that 72% of all internet traffic worldwide is video, and that number is just going to keep increasing, projected to hit 80% in the next 4 years. So the pace of innovation in the infrastructure must keep pace with the experience innovation. Which is why I'm happy to introduce to you today, thank you, the Xeon processor, the E3-1500. The new Xeon E3 is designed to very cost-effectively accelerate video and enable remote delivery of graphic-intensive applications to truly unleash the Visual Cloud 2.0. All service providers, communication service providers, cloud service providers will benefit from the ability to deliver very high volumes of high-def video, even ultra-high-def video, at a low cost of operation. The Xeon E3-V5 is integrating Intel's most powerful graphics processor, the Iris Pro 580. That allows service providers to pack more video streams into a single server or a single media appliance. That then translates for them into lower capital expenses and lower operational expenses because you have a smaller data center footprint, lower power, management reductions, all the good things that come with high-density compute. This processor also provides a very flexible remote workstation solution through the integration of Intel Graphics virtualization technology. So with this new E3-V5, we deliver a 26% performance increase for graphic-intensive workloads like computer-aided design or content creation. On 4K video, the adoption of 4K is early, clearly, but it is rapidly increasing, and it's primarily driven by consumer-generated 4K videos through devices like GoPro. With the 4K resolution, you can imagine how big these files are becoming, 12x the size of standard high def. So the HEVC standard certainly helps by compressing the files so it alleviates much of the storage and the network burden. However, the compression and the transcoding requires a 48x increase in compute power over high def. So the Xeon E3-V5 introduces hardware-enhanced acceleration for real-time HEVC streaming. So it's a new capability that's included in the Intel Quick Sync video. A single E3-V5 can deliver 2 real-time streams for 4K video or up to 15 for 1080p. And these are just a few of the technology providers that are offering solutions, optimized video and graphics delivery solutions using the integrated Iris Pro graphics and the Xeon E3 platform. Through a combination of very intelligent networks and optimized visual clouds, Intel is enabling all new experiences. And I'd like to share with you an example of one of these new experiences delivered by the new Xeon E3-V5. What you are about to experience is a live, immersive, 360-degree event never seen before. And to help me demonstrate this to you, I'd like to ask Chris, our Intel demo expert, back out on stage. So Chris, what have you got for us today?
Hi Diane, so I'm really excited to be here to show all of Computex and you, of course, some really innovative stuff. So what we're going to see today is an example of how Intel is really changing the entertainment industry. So, using our E3 in the cloud, we are now able to stream something in 360 degrees live from across the world. So, Intel has teamed up with legendary Blue Note Jazz Club.
Blue Note Jazz Club, yep.
And a startup, Rivet VR, to bring this Computex audience something never before seen. And we're just going to go ahead and log right in. So what you're going to see is the band Living Color. Have you heard Living Color?
Living Color, so yes, I've heard of Living Color. They're Grammy Award winning, and they're playing.
They're playing for you right now, and which is 2 to 3:15 a.m. in New York time, specifically for us.
So New York City. I have to say, the last time I was in a jazz club at 3 a.m. in New York, I was probably at least 20 to 30 years ago.
Oh,
This is a wonderful experience. Let's see.
Well, let's bring it back for her, shall we? So let's go ahead and pull that up, and I'm going to teleport this audience into the best seat in the house at the Blue Note Jazz Club. So here we have Living Color playing live.
This is live.
This is live right now, 360 degrees. So let's go ahead and crank up the music so that we can hear the band. Let's bring it up a little bit louder. So it looks like we got a little light in the back there, but it looks like they're doing a little sound check. And if you'll notice here, Rivet VR, Blue Note, and Intel present. And it sounds a little okay.
I think we caught them during a break or something.
Let me give you guys an example of what the audio sounds like, because it's really incredible. So let me go to the backup system that I've got here, just so that we can get an example of what that audio sounds like. Let's crank it up. So it looks like our timing was a little off, but we flirt with that when we go live. So Living Color sounds pretty good, Diane, huh?
Very nice. Very well done.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we can go ahead and dim that down. So we talk about transcoding live in the cloud, and that's exactly what the E3 is doing. So we just viewed it in 1080p. We've got a 2K tablet. We've got a 3K 2-in-1, and then of course we can view all of this from our phone as well. So what we saw was actually the desktop, which means that we can actually go a little bit more immersive and put the VR headset on. So we're going to go ahead and put Diane in the VR headset.
No, you can do that, but I don't mess with my hair.
Maybe next year. Okay, but we can view it on all of these other devices, including our 2-in-1. So let's just go ahead and detach this, just so that you get an idea of how immersive walking around with this is.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, you got us some pretty good seats for this show, I have to say.
So
I'm quite impressed.
The built-in accelerometer, you'll notice, moves with her. So to give us this really, really interactive idea. So really immersive stuff. And then, of course, if you're lucky enough to have one of these Blue Note branded cardboard VR goggles, you can go ahead and just take your phone and pop it right in there. So
And this is all running live.
This is all live.
From the HP Moonshot system with the new Xeon E3-1500 processor.
That's right.
Here.
And using our friends from Wowza to go ahead and do all the streaming for us as well.
So I really appreciate it. I'm going to bring out someone who knows even more about this than you do.
Okay.
And that is the inventors of this technology. So I'd like to introduce you to the company that made it all happen. Jordy Freed is the Vice President of Marketing for both the famed Blue Note Jazz Club in New York City, New York, as well as the VP of Marketing for the exciting new virtual reality startup Rivet. So Jordy, why don't you come on out?
Hi, Diane.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. It's an honor to be here on behalf of Blue Note and the startup venture Rivet VR. Founded in partnership with Blue Note, Rivet VR creates virtual reality 360-degree entertainment industry. We record, produce, and distribute immersive experiences for consumption on mobile, tablet, desktop, and VR headsets, releasing content through our proprietary app. As many of you know, digital content streaming services for audio and video, recorded and live music, have transformed the music industry much over the last decade. The next frontier for music is immersion, 360-degree in virtual reality video. We see tremendous opportunity in immersive video and audio to connect the audience and artists in an entirely new and powerful way.
Yeah, and we did get the opportunity to experience it, although I think we're going to have to time it better next time so they're not on a break when we jump into New York City. But can you tell us firsthand, obviously we're a bit biased, can you tell us firsthand about the benefits you saw in using the new Xeon E3-1500 processor?
Sure. Intel's E3-1500 helps us create an immersive online experience for a new customer base worldwide. Not only has the system allowed us to deliver this 4K 360 video stream in multiple formats, but we still had headroom to deliver more to our online audience. We're enabling multiple perspectives from inside the Blue Note, and with the hardware-assisted HEVC transcode, we were able to deliver these perspectives in real time, all through the same server. As a result, our customers get a more unique and personalized experience. We can reach a mobile distributed global audience, and we can do it all with technology that is affordable to a startup. Rivet and Blue Note can now scale up and produce these immersive experiences from iconic venues around the world, all thanks to the E3-1500.
Well, thank you. And today is a big day for Rivet. I think you have a big announcement you're making here on the stage to this audience.
Indeed. Well, I'm excited to announce for the first time here today that Rivet is launching, and the Rivet app is now available for download on mobile. Not only do we have live shows for your enjoyment, but we also have a library of shows to watch on demand as well. With Intel's support, Rivet and Blue Note are able to revolutionize the way people consume and experience music. Stay tuned.
I'm very impressed with what you guys have done, and I'm obviously thrilled that Intel was able to participate in the launch of your product, your first product from the startup Rivet. I completely agree with you that immersive audio and video is the next wave for content, and I'm just happy to have you here today. Thank you so much.
Diane.
Yeah, we'll see you. So with these immersive experiences, the amount of data that's being generated is massive. Of course, you have the content itself, but there's also the metadata, the data about the users and the usage, their preferences, the experience. All of that data can be mined for insights to both continuously improve the service as well as to generate new services. Big data is clearly the latest buzz in technology, but it's a buzz for a great reason. There is tremendous opportunity to be had. We often ask, why now? Why now for big data? Well, there's three big enablers that make it happen. The first one is cloud computing. It's just fundamentally a more efficient way to deliver content and deliver services. The second is pervasive connectivity. We talked about the transformation of the network that is underway. Connectivity is an enabler, and a cost-efficient way of connecting is key. And then third is Moore's Law. So Moore's Law, the foundation of efficient technology. Over the past decade, the cost of servers has declined over 40%, and the cost of storage has declined over 90%. So it is now cost feasible to actually store and compute on these massive, massive data sets. You can't talk about data analytics without talking about machine learning. So machine learning is a rapidly growing class of data algorithms where the results improve over time as more and more data is processed. The machine learning revolution is expanding insights across every sector, from automobile to manufacturing to healthcare and on. So just as the Industrial Revolution relieved humanity of much of the physical drudgery, the machine learning revolution promises to free the human potential, relieving us of much of the mental drudgery. All of this is enabled by intensive computing operating on massive data sets. So I want to share a great example of innovation here in Taiwan. QCT is a great partner of Intel's who are offering products and services to the cloud service providers worldwide. Discovery is a cloud-based image and video recognition technology company founded in 2011. So please join me in welcoming Mike Yang, who's the president of QCT, and Don Shi, the chairman of Discovery.
Good to see you.
Very well, thank you. So let's start with you, Don. So why don't you tell us about Discovery and what you're working on in the area of machine learning?
Certainly, Diane. Well, first, thank you for offering this opportunity for Discovery. And by the way, this photo is gone. But anyway, Discovery is the deep learning technology company. The name Discovery comes from video discovery. Our mission is to make unstructured video data searchable and indexable. To accomplish this goal, we analyze 7 major content classes: face, image, text, audio, motion, object, and scene. And again, the acronym of the technology is the TAMOS, by the way. Our applications include contextual advertising, content filtering, video search engine, and video-based social networking. Already we're working with many top-tier China online video platforms and cloud vendors. We intend to support most languages and expand globally.
Yeah, so you're obviously focused on a very big space. As I noted before, 72% of the internet traffic is video, so the ability to mine that content opens up a tremendous number of opportunities. You're really in a hot spot. So Mike, why don't you tell us about what you've been doing in working with Discovery to enable them to make it happen?
Okay, so I think this is a very good story. QCD is proud to be leading the industry in delivering hardware platforms that propel exciting advancement in high-performance computing. I still remember that when Discovery approached us for a turnkey solution for its online video platform, we knew Intel's cutting-edge Xeon 5 product family would be the right architecture for them. So we start, partnering with Intel, and guess what? In less than a month, we delivered the Computex S41T to Discovery.
Mike, I have to say I've always been incredibly impressed with QCT's technology innovation, but also your pace of innovation. It's amazing, and in a month to turn out a new Xeon 5-based complex machine learning system. It's very impressive.
Thank you. And I think this system is powered by Xeon 5 processor, the codenamed Nice Landing. So it's this Computex S41T is a game-changing solution to tackling deep learning workloads with incredible power and cost efficiency. As a highly integrated solution, the Computex 41T achieves 40% increase in performance per watt per dollar, comparing to its GPU counterpart. This is significant value for our customers.
40% is a very big number.
And to that, Mike, as the deep learning technology company, do I have voice?
Yeah.
Okay. And then to that, Mike, as the deep learning technology company, Discovery required 3 criteria for our system. 1 is it has to be low power consumption, and 2, it has to have easy software programmability and portability. And number 3 is the multi-core scalability. And by working with the Nice Landing system provided by Quanta, we find out it meets all requirements. So we're extremely impressed with the Intel Xeon 5 platform. It enabled us to offer a CPU-only deep learning turnkey solution.
Yeah, and it is great, and I appreciate that. And Mike, we always talk about the speed to deliver the solution is what's key, making it easier for our joint end users to get that technology in-house and deployed. So why don't you tell us about some of the things you're doing to make the technology solutions easier and faster to deploy?
Sure. I think the speed is definitely very important. So make it easier and faster for our customers to experience Nice Landing difference. We will be working closely with Intel to build machine learning clusters in our U.S. Cloud Solution Center in San Jose, California. With these upcoming clusters, we will be providing our customers immediately pre-validate the application and also the workloads. And because of this, we can shorten the time to deployment as much as possible.
Yeah, I want to thank you both for being here and talking about how you're advancing machine learning, a key data analytics algorithm, and doing it on Intel Xeon 5. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Mike. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
So from data modeling to model scoring, Intel drives outstanding performance, scale, and performance per TCO. For model training, the time to the model creation is what's critical. The model has to be able to learn and evolve constantly, which requires the solution to scale to many compute nodes. And that's why, as you heard with Discovery, Xeon Phi is the preferred solution. The Xeon family provides exceptional results and preeminent solution today for scoring. And then with our new Xeon plus FPGA product line, we provide further improvements in performance per watt for those targeted machine learning algorithms, with an added benefit of the flexibility of being able to reprogram the FPGA real time. So the key here is end-to-end value. Intel architecture from model training to model scoring, delivering the simplicity of a single architecture and a single programming model. So to conclude, the on-demand, dynamic, self-serve nature of cloud computing is fueling the rapid invention of new services, new experiences such as the Visual Cloud 2.0. New experiences are going to attract more devices and more diverse devices. The devices and services then drive massive amounts of data. So it's this wonderful virtuous cycle of innovation. What we're doing at Intel is we're expanding the boundaries of compute, from the billions of devices to the cloud, from the transformation of the network to immersive experiences at the network edge, from edge analytics to machine learning revolutions. Intel is architecting and delivering the technology that will bring the next generation of amazing experiences to life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Diane. Thank you so much. Thank you.